Hello everyone, and welcome to my tutorial on Linux. For this tutorial, we are going to use the terminal to write the Linux command. So if you are on an Apple ecosystem, for example, the MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, the desktop, Mac Mini, there is a tool that comes with your computer called the terminal. If you are not using an Apple computer, you can use a software like Putty. You have to download Putty from the website or from the internet, and you can write Linux command inside of Putty. But for this tutorial, we are going to use the terminal that comes with the Apple computers. So to get the terminal, you have to press Command and space, and the Spotlight search comes up. And inside of the Spotlight search, you want to type in or look for terminal. And the terminal is now opened up. So let me make this a little bit bigger, and I also want to increase the screen. For this tutorial, I'm also going to use the Finder application so you can see exactly how the file structure is created, and also you can see when we delete, move files around in our folder. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. On my right, inside of the Documents folder, there are several different folders inside of that folder. There is a difference between a file and a folder. A file just holds simple text you can read and write text into, and for a folder you can store multiple files or folders. So throughout the tutorial you would hear me use the word files or directories, and it's the same thing in Linux. Some people use the word directories, others use the word folder. So right now we are in the Documents folder on my right, and on my left, we are in the Home folder because there is a tilde sign in front of the percentage, and the tilde sign represents home in Linux. The slash represents root. So the first command I'm going to look at is the cd command, and the cd command is used to change directories in your file system. So I want to change from my home folder and go into the document folder. And to do that, we use the cd command and the name of the folder or the directory you want to go inside of. So I want to go inside of the documents folder. So I'm going to say cd documents. And now I'm inside of the document folder. So the next command I'm going to use is the pwd command. And the pwd command tells you exactly where you are inside of your file system. So if I use the pwd and press enter, it tells me that I'm in /users /admin /documents. So pwd stands for present working directory. Some people would say current working directory because that's where you are currently in your file system. The next command I'm going to use is the ls command. The ls command is used to list files and directory in your current working directory by default. However, you can list files and folders from other directories if you provide the proper path. So I'm going to use the ls command to list the names of the directories and files inside of the documents folder. So there's a list of folders that displayed back on the screen. And if you look on my right, you would see the exact same folders is listed inside of the documents folders from the Finder application. So the next command I'm going to use is the mkdir command. And the mkdir command is used to create new directories inside of your working directory or inside of your present working directory. So let us create a folder called Linux tutorial, and we would use the mkdir command to do that. And you want to give the name of the directory as well. So the name of the directory we want to create is going to call Linux tutorial. So when I press enter, you would see right away the folder would be created under the documents folder from the Finder application. So I'm going to hit enter, and you see there is the Linux tutorial folder just created at 9:12 a.m. The next command I'm going to use is the time command. The time command is used to determine how long a given command takes to run. It is useful when testing the performance of your script or commands. also the time command gives a summary of real time. It also gives a summary of user CPU time, the user system time for the execution of a command. The next command I'm going to use is the date command. And the date command is used to display the date, time, time zone, and more. The next command I'm going to use is the cal command, and the cal command is used to display the current month calendar with the current date highlighted. So cal, enter, you would see that the date is highlighted. So today's January 25th and the year is 2023. The next command I'm going to use is the clear command, and the clear command is used to clear the data or all the commands that we used previously. So now let's create some folders and files inside of the Linux tutorial folder. So we want to go inside of the folder, and to go inside of the Linux tutorial folder, we would use the cd command to do that. And remember, the cd command is used to change from directories to directories. So we want to go inside of the Linux tutorial folder. And now that we're inside of the Linux tutorial folder, let's do an ls to list the files and folder inside of the Linux tutorial folder. We did not get any results because we did not create any files or folder inside of the Linux tutorial folder. So if I click on or press this little symbol, you would see that nothing would display. So inside of the Linux tutorial folder, let us create a directory. The next command I'm going to look at is the mkdir command. And the mkdir command is used to create directories under your current working directory. Let us create a folder inside of the Linux tutorial folder called auto. So the command to do that is mkdir and the name of the folder. The next command I'm going to use is the rmdir command. The rmdir command is used to delete empty directories or folders in your file system. So let us delete the auto folder that we just created using the rmdir command and the name of the folder we want to delete. So now that you see the auto folder is gone. So let us go back and create the auto folder again, but this time we're going to put some files inside of that folder. And to create a folder, we're going to use the mkdir command again. Now it's easier to use the arrow up or down key to get back the command that you previously have written, but I strongly advise that you write out the command just so the command will stay with you. So let's write out the command again to create the auto folder. And we have created the auto folder again. So let us cd or go into the auto folder. And now that we are inside of the auto folder, let us use the pwd command so it can show exactly where we are on the system. We inside of /users /admin /documents /Linux tutorial /auto. The next command I'm going to use is the touch command. The touch command is used to create empty files in your current working directory. So we're going to type the keyword touch and let's put a readme.txt file inside of the auto folder. So when I hit enter, you would see that the file will be created right away inside of the auto folder. So let me press this so it will display the file right away. And the file readme.txt is just created inside of the auto folder. The next command I'm going to use is the rm command, and the rm command is used to remove files or delete files on your file system. So let us remove or delete the readme.txt file using the rm command. And the file readme.txt is gone. So I'm going to go back and create the readme.txt file again. So I'm going to use the touch command to do that and the name of the file. So I want to get out of the auto folder and go back inside of the Linux tutorial folder. And the command to do that is the cd command, which will take you from directories to directories. You can use the // and the // would take you up one step. So right now we are in the auto folder, and // will take me back to the Linux tutorial folder. So before I use the cd // I'm going to use the pwd command so it can print my current working directory, cd // command. And now I'm in the Linux tutorial folder. So I'm going to use the pwd command again, and it will print exactly where I'm at. So now I'm inside of the Linux tutorial folder. So inside of the Linux tutorial folder, let's create a text file. And the name of the text file will be autoinfo.txt. And the autoinfo.txt is created inside of the Linux tutorial folder. So let us clear the screen using the clear command. And the next command that I want to use is the cp command. And the cp command is used to copy files from one directory to another directory, or from one folder to another folder. So let us copy the autoinfo.txt file and put it inside of the auto folder. And to copy a file from one directory to another, you use the cp command and the name of the file you want to copy. And you have to provide the proper path for the file. And the path that we want to copy this file into is the auto folder. And when we look inside of the auto folder, the autoinfo.txt file is copied over to the folder. Let's create another folder inside of the auto folder. Let's create a folder called SUVs and also another folder called cars using the mkdir command. So it's going to be SUVs and cars. Now, if you pay close attention to the command, I am not using the comma to separate the folder names. If I use the comma, it would be an error. So in Linux, you do not use commas to separate the names of your files or the names of your folders. You just use the space or tab only. So I'm going to hit enter, and when I hit enter, two folders will be created underneath the auto folder. And here I have my folder for cars and the next folder SUV. So now I have two folders created. Let's go back to the Linux tutorial folder. And inside of the Linux tutorial folder, let's create another file called carsinfo.txt. So we're going to use the touch command for that. And it's going to be carsinfo.txt. And the file is just created. So to copy the carsinfo.txt, we use the cp command, the name of the file, and the proper path for the cars folder. So auto/cars. So let's go into the auto folder using the cd command. So now that we are inside of the auto folder, the next command I'm going to use is the mv command. And the mv command allows you to move file from one directory into another directory, or from one folder into another folder. So let's move the readme.txt file and the autoinfo.txt file into the cars folder. So the command to do that is mv, the name of the file. So it's going to be autoinfo.txt. And we also want the readme.txt as well. And we want to move the autoinfo.txt and the readme.txt file into the cars folder. So we have the name of the file and the location that we want to move the file to. So when I hit enter, if we look under the cars folder, the readme.txt and the autoinfo.txt file is now moved to that folder. The next command I want to use is the cat command, and the cat command is a multi-purpose utility in the Linux system. The cat command can be used to create a file, display content of a file, copy the content of one file to another file, plus more. So the cat command is a very powerful command in Linux. So the command to do that is cat and redirect operator. So the redirect operator is the greater than symbol on your keyboard and the name of the text file that we want to create. So the name of the text file is names.txt, and when we hit enter, we will get a screen that allows us to write text. So now that the names.txt is created in the auto folder, so let me close the cars folder so it can be more readable. Under the auto folder, we have the cars and SUV folders, and we also have a file called names.txt that we just created. So let's put some data into that file. So we're going to write, this is line 1. This is line 2. And to exit of the screen is Shift Control D, or you can put the cap lock on and Control D. So now that we are out of the screen, let us see the content that we just put in the file using the cat command. So it's going to be cat and the name of the text file. And we get back exactly what we have just written into that file. So let's go ahead and clear the screen. Let's go into the cars folder using the cd command. Let us create 2 more files inside of that folder using the touch command. Ensure.txt. And we have a list of files we just created inside of the cars folder. The next command I'm going to use is the sort command, and the sort command is used to sort data inside of a file alphabetically. So let's create a file using the cat command, and we want to use the redirect operator, and the name of the file will be carlist.txt. Let's give a list or names of cars: BMW, Honda, Acura, Mazda, let's give Audi, and Ford. So let's hit Control D to save the file or to save the data inside of the file. So now let's use the sort command to sort the data inside of the file. If we use the cat command first and the name of the text file, you can see that the file is not sorted. So let's use the sort command and the name of the file, and the file sorted in alphabetical order. If you want to reverse the order, you can also use the sort command with the -R option, and the -R just means reverse, so sorted from descending to ascending order. And then the name of the file, which is carlist.txt, and the file is sorted in reverse order. So let's go ahead and clear the screen. The next command I'm going to use is the echo command, and the echo command is used to print text to the console. For example, you use the command echo. Inside of the single quote, you can write any text you want. So I'm going to write hello, good day. When I hit enter, hello, good day would be printed to the console. The next command I'm going to use is the find command, and the find command is used to search for files and directories based on a specific criteria. For example, if we want to find the readme.txt file inside of the cars folder, we use the command find, and we have to provide the proper path that where we want to find that file or that folder. So we know that we're looking for the readme.txt file that is located inside of the cars folder, and the cars folder is located inside of the auto folder, and the auto folder is located inside of the Linux tutorial folder. So we can use the path auto/cars. So we want to find the readme.txt file. So you're going to use the command -name. You can write out the full names of the file, but if you know you just want the readme.txt file, you can say readme.txt, and you close it off with a single quote, and it brings back the readme.txt file. If you want to look for all of the files that starts with cars, you can do this as well with the find command. You provide the path -name and car, and then we can use the asterisk, and the asterisk means 0 or many characters after the word car, and you close it off, and that will display all the files in the cars folder that starts with car. And inside of the auto folder, we have cars, which is the directory itself. And inside of the directory, we have 2 files that start with car. The good thing about the Linux package is that if you stumble on any command and you want to find out more about that command, you can use the man command, and the man command will give you a list of commands with their proper meaning or how to use it. So let's say, for example, you want to find more information about the cd command. You can say man cd, and that will give you a description of the cd command. To exit off the man screen, you type Q would exit. If you want information on the touch command, or if you want information on the find command, you can write man find, and it will give you all of the options for the find command.